Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Grow and Clip Bonsai for Seniors. My name's Tom Novak, and today we're going to do part 2 of the willow trees. This is my cuttings, which I took. They're a little bit, almost the size of a diameter of a pencil. So the trees are growing, so there should be roots. So we'll find out in a second as soon as I cut open these pots, and let's see what happens. I started these in sand, the roots. They're a little difficult to come out, but a little pressure. And we have roots. How do you like that? We're not going to do no trimming of the roots yet because they're still young. So right now, I got my 2 pots with the screens inside of them. Get some cactus mix, which you can afford. And we'll take some soil out. And we'll put them in the pots so we can pot them in. The main thing you do when you have your screen in the pot is to hold the screen down. You can take a chopstick, hold it down so you can put the soil on top so the screen don't move. And I'll do the same with this one. Now the reason why we're not trimming any roots is because they're young. The roots have to develop yet. So I'll pat the soil down a little bit. Let's see how she fits in there. That looks good. This one can go slightly deeper. Some more mix around. Now remember, they love water. So don't be afraid of water. I'm going to tap the soil down a little bit. Take my chopstick and get some of the air pockets out of it. Don't be afraid to tap them because the roots are strong. They're young, but they're not weak. Just tap them down. Give a little spray to get the soil moist. Spray it real good. Tree in there pretty good. Use a little more soil in this one. Now these will grow, they'll survive the winter as long as you keep them in something like a styrofoam box with drainage in the styrofoam, and then just put some leaves around them to cover them up so the roots don't freeze, and they should last you pretty good. Take my homemade watering can, water it real good. Now you'll notice I got it a little off center, but that's so I can put in a couple of decorations just to liven up the pot. Take some more soil. This one's a little light. See, 50-cent pot and a tree you get for free just by rooting it. No problem. Like I say, willows root good. Now what we're going to do is, because I got a dead zone from here to here, I'm going to take it off. Flip it again on the other one. Now, I'm not going to use any expensive paste or anything. What we're going to do is take some wood glue, get a little bit on an old popsicle stick that you can get at any craft store, dip it on the edge, on the top there. That'll seal, and that will seal white and keep the trunk from rotting or anything else with the rain and the wind and the cold and whatever else attacks it. Now what you can do is, I have some of this supernatural aquarium gravel from the aquarium shops, and this is called Peace River. It's a real fine gravel. I don't know if you can see it. Come a little closer so you can see what it looks like. It's a real fine little gravel. And what we're going to do is put it around the pot for a little decoration. Just something so you can have a little decoration for yourself. Super easy, super quick, or you can just use rock, or you can just use plain sand, and it'll all work out just as good. And I found a little tractor in the craft store. I can put that in the front here, just to dress it up. I found a frog doing yoga. I don't know if you can see this little guy, but he's a yoga frog. So what we're going to do is put him in this one, and he can be sitting under a tree doing yoga. So that's a quick and easy way to have an affordable bonsai pot, an affordable bonsai tree for 50 cents plus whatever you pay for the soil to put in the pot. So next video, I'll do part 3. I'll show you another cutting I did, but I put it in a root maker pot, so we're going to see how many roots it gets out of it. And everything should work out good. Right now I'm going to take the top off of this one. It's just a little bit high. Cut the leaves off of here. Now if you remember in the last video, I put my cutting in one of my little pots, but the squirrel got at it, and that was the end of it. So I got the brain here where the leaf was coming out. I'll snip it at a 45. It don't have to be exactly, because these things will root. Stick it in the soil. I got a little leftover sand. I can put that around there just to be something different. Hold the soil in real nice and easy. Put it there. And that's it. You got another cutting. Now these are some of the cuttings right here. This is a forest that I made with some moss. Now's a good time to get your moss. There's the other one that I showed you with the little rubber ducky in there with a little bit of moss. And this one's just moss. I do this to hold in the moisture, and you see the root growing out. The root, we can trim it. We can trim the root. Put it in. And that tree's ready to grow. So I want to thank you for coming to this short session. Next one will be part 3 with a little bit bigger tree, and it's all free because I rooted them all in the soil. So today's Friday night, and what they usually say, it's Guy Lombardo night. So Get yourself a nice hot cup of tea, sit down, enjoy a good Guy Lombardo album with the big bands, and just sit down and relax. I thank you for coming to the video. My name's Tom Novak. Thank you all.